'Twas the night before Christmas, and up in his sleigh, old Santa was cruising just over L.A. But that's near the point where this fairy tale peaks, so let's back it up by a couple of weeks. Our story begins up at the North Pole, where a young elf named Elvin was in search of his soul. His mom and pops were employed in the cause of supplying the labor for one Mr. Claus. And Elvin, who just turned 18 on the 12th, had started to work for SC his own self. Ah, but when you're a sharp and ambitious young man, chances are you might deviate some from the plan.
I don't like working for Santa. It's as simple as that. All us elves come up short while the fat man gets fat.
It's not about money. The reward's in the deed. Me and Mom are fulfilled by just filling a need.
Please, all the really cool toys are high-tech Japanese. Some lame wooden train that can't play your CDs or your games DVDs. I reiterate, please, the vibe here is old, is played out, and tired.
And so, on his third day, Elvin got himself fired. His task was assembling a simple toy drum. That kind, by design, goes pa-ra-pa-pum-pum. But Elvin inserted a synthesized chip, which sampled a track going boom, boom, shaka, boom, shaka, boom, shaka bit. Hey, I thought it was live, but he got the pink slip.
3 days in a row, you have ruined my toys by amping them up with your mechanized noise. Before this loud drum, it was a musical ball that rattled the windows and shattered them all. Your modern ideas, they don't bring me enjoyment. So perhaps you should find a new place of employment.
That's all right by me. I don't need this lame gig. I go out on my own, perpetrate something big. I'm young and I'm strong. I got flow and I'm dapper. That's why I've decided to become a rapper. With my talent and smarts, I control the top 40. Just keep your eyes on the charts for the one called Slim Shorty.
So he set out on the next afternoon, and according to him, not a moment too soon. He touched down on the outskirts of Portland, OR. And as soon as he did, a truck tore up his car.
Hey! What am I gonna do?
Elvin said to himself.
Got no car, got no cash. Man, I'm one messed up elf.
He sat down dejected, alone as can be, when up to the curb pulled a black SUV. The window rolled down when Fly Dog was inside. He nodded and said,
"What's up, fool? Need a ride?"
Elvin considered the possible dangers of hopping in cars with slick K9 strangers, but common sense says that it's better to cruise than hang around Portland in jingly shoes.
So what's your name, dog? Slim Shorty's mine. At least it will be when I hit the big time.
My friends call me Puppy. That's short for Pup Daddy.
Then a voice from behind said,
"Don't forget me, wee laddie. I'm Seamus Doremus O'Leary McShawn. Puppy just saved me from some yuppie's lawn. We're on an adventure, so glad you could join. We're heading to Cali to make us some coin."
Going to Cali? I'm down with that. That's where I was going to make it in rap.
I see you a player, a big-time bling-blinger. I'm in music myself, and my girlfriend's a singer. It was destined to be that you'd fall in with Pup. You can leave it to me. I'll for sure hook you up.
So on their way, our trio did roll, on the highway to fame, while back at the pole, a highly contagious, mysterious virus had grown like the mullet on Billy Ray Cyrus. It spread through the ranks, from the L's to the chief, left them sneezing and wheezing with no sign of relief.
Our production has stopped. The whole complex is sick. At this rate, Christmas might be called off,
said Saint Nick. Cancel Christmas? That's no good. But meanwhile, out in Hollywood, the boys rode into town, went straight to say hello to Pup Daddy Squeeze, a hot diva named Jello. But when they arrived at the Copacabana, they found Jello'd been iced by a new gal named Poink.
I'm finished here, puppy. Dig me with a fork. They traded me in for some giant piece of pork.
Nah, it's all about respect. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all just follow my lead and we'll turn this club out.
Puppy took to the mic like a bug in a rug and said,
Yo, I'm all up in this mug. Gonna fill you in sugar, this mic's my device.
And I'll sizzle like a ninja with hot Latin spice.
Hey, don't blame us, the shame spins out of control. That just means his party has got on the roll. Now, before this here floor was dominated by a pup with a real Slim Shorty, please tear this place up.
Elvin knew this was his moment of truth. Started slamming like Shaq, slinging arrows like Cupid. When that boy started rapping, the whole place got stupid.
I'm a man from the land of ice and snow. I'm a
acquainted with the cat who says ho, ho, ho. Layer after layer, I'm a Yuletide player, a jingle all the way, a one-horse open slayer. I can come down your chimney with the greatest of ease. I'll leave a present if you're pleasant. Tell me, please, baby, please. So you better watch out. You better not cry. Trade your pouting for some shouting while I testify. See, I'm mighty as a man standing twice my size. When Slim Shorty's in the house, you better recognize.
His rapping was nearly a riot inducer, which is great if you're playing before a producer.
Allow me to make myself known to you all. Mephistopheles Beelzebarabicus Saul. Maker of idols, creator of stars. I own 17 mansions, 84 fancy cars. If you sign on this X, I'll guarantee you, from obscurity's clutches, Mr. Saul's gonna free ya. All top of the pop ya, feature film and TV ya. So pack up your troubles and tell them all, see ya!
Our group took a sec to consider the deal, and Elvin asked Pup.
Man, is this cat for real?
Listen, son, 411. Let me lay down some facts. Mr. Saul only handles the freshest of acts. He's bigger and meaner than any T-Rex. His groups are chart toppers, and we could be next.
Well, let's do this thing. Let me sign on the line. I believe from today my life's gonna be fine.
Our group couldn't be any more optimistic, but soon their perspective got more realistic. To enjoy the rewards, you must first pay the bills. They found this out later in Beverly Hills.
Fights with you. Tell me why am I going on when I know it's through? This is my life and it's my pain and it's my world that you're making insane. This is my play and it's my line, and on this day I'm gonna free my mind.
Deep down in the bowels of Mr. Saul's manse, his new acquisitions were learning to dance.
Let's move it, now groove it. Come on, work, work, work. I'll be doggone if you make me look like a jerk. We'll keep working until the act reaches perfection.
And pity the poor fool who can't take direction.
That last nasty comment made every head whirl, perhaps because it came from a very small girl.
My daddy's tops. He's the boss of you all.
Said young Evelina Katrina Sue Saul.
He doesn't play games and he doesn't like chumps. So I recommend you start moving your rumps.
My. What a smart little girl. I'll bet you $10 your daddy's pearl. Bet you're excited with Christmas so close. Maybe you'll get the presents that you want the most. I've got some connections. So tell me one thing. What is it that you want old Santa to bring?
Evelina laughed hard. She started to rock.
Santa Claus, dude, you know that's a crock. I got no time for Christmas. Daddy buys what I like. If you get a hit, I'll get 40 new bikes. I'll ride them all once, then I'll throw them away. And that happens all year, not just on Christmas Day. So when Daddy says dance, I suggest that you jump, because I won't get my bikes until you move your rump.
Those rumps started moving, suffice it to say. They moved all that night, and then all the next day. It was take after take till they made no mistakes. They skipped all their meals and they never took breaks. Somewhere in between, they recorded 10 songs. All this in 3 days. Man, what took them so long?
Peace. I'm about to drop. When you think this will stop? I'm so tired my legs feel like nothing but props.
Hey, I'd love to jam and go on the lam.
But those pit bulls would eat us like ham if we scram.
You got problems with Saul? Sorry, that's between y'all. I want my big break. I'm in for the haul. Though I'm toe up from the flow up, battered and scarred. I won't quit it till I hit it. I don't mind working hard.
You better not mind. We've got ironclad papers. Our deal wasn't written on mirrors with vapors. You'll do as I please without any fights, or I'll squeeze you like Oprah in bicycle tights.
Ah, but all of Saul's news was not fraught with despair, for he then dropped this bombshell from out of thin air.
I'm hoping your tensions will be much decreased by the news that your first record's just been released. I pressed it and dressed it and shipped it out quick. The grooves are insane. The packaging's slick. So I've been busy too. There's been big business brewing. Now who wants to know how our record is doing?
Don't hold back, Mr. S, if you got news to tell. What's the dealio, man? Are we starting to sell?
You're hotter than pepper. You're sharper than darts. In one day, your disc hit the top of the charts.
Proving his status as ace-wheeler dealer, in rode Evelina on a brand new two-wheeler. She rode it round once and she chucked it away. Our group got the message and shouted,
Hooray!
We'll shoot your first video after you dine. It'll be on the air by 8:45. We'll take a short break just to watch it, and then we'll be on the road by 9:45. If you think you're big now, you'll be monsters for sure at the end of your big 99-city tour.
So the group took a rocket ride nearly to heaven and did it darn near by 11:45. The one called Slim Shorty was gladder than glad. But at the North Pole, things were badder than bad. Since the virus had spread, nothing been manufactured. Santa's whole enterprise had been fatally fractured. The fat lady sang when the fat man in red gave a global press conference straight from his sick bed.
My intent's not to ruin or get you all miffed, but nothing's a brewing come this 25th. My boots won't be covered with ashes and soot. This year's Yuletide season is finished. Kaput!
Punctuating this statement with one nasty cough, he continued with,
Christmas is hereby called off.
Inside a tour bus Los Angeles way, everyone heard the sad news of the day. The mood of the group was a mixed one indeed as they watched Santa's broadcast by satellite feed. Mr. Saul topped the tank off at Phil's Gas and Go, while the rest recalled Christmases long, long ago.